Hello, this is Janelle Moore from the Counseling Center, and I'm come to you today to bring you information about time management, or what I like to call is self-management, because you actually can't really manage time. There's only 24 hours in a day and 168 hours in a week for everyone. So as I go through this today, I'm going to give you more information of how to manage that time and being able to utilize the skills that I will bring for you. So, what did you come here for? Your degree, experience, maybe to be an athlete, maybe to have fun, maybe to go to parties and get away from home. So find out what you actually came here for. Will help in managing your time. What is your college goals? Graduating, the experience, maybe you don't know. And if you don't know, maybe you need some life coaching. You can see me as a counselor for life coaching services. Maybe you need to improve yourself. Maybe you want to be in the NFL. Maybe you want to do something that nobody's done in your family before. So, what are your life goals? Maybe to have a family. Maybe to be in the NFL, make a lot of money, be happy. What makes you happy? Maybe you want to be the president. How are you going to get there? So, for you to achieve your goals, depending on what those goals are, how might you reach those goals? Maybe if you're going to want to graduate with a degree, maybe you want to study. So you'll need to be practicing. Maybe you need to have an academic plan. Maybe you need to utilize your help on or off campus. Talk to supports. Manage yourself. Following recommendations of your coach, professor, or advisor. Following through with policies. Staying on track. What can get in your way? There's lots of things that can get in your way. But some of the things I've listed here are self-management or time management issues, where you're just find yourself that you don't have enough time to complete what you want to complete in the week or in the day. Drugs and alcohol can get in the way. Family, friends, lack of motivation, your mental health, fear of failure can cause failure, anger, unwillingness or stubbornness to ask for help. Do you have to do this on your own? Absolutely not. Do you have to know everything? No, you don't. So what is time or self-management? It depends really on your goals. Depends on what your priorities are, expectations for yourself, conflicts, knowing yourself, and balancing, being able to balance everything. So I'm going to talk to you about what is called the 168 rule. Do you really have enough time? So there is exactly 168 hours in a week, 24 hours in a day. Nobody has different times than what that is. Everybody has the same amount of time. So looking at the time that you spend on things is part of time management or self-management. So first of all, I want you to put that number in your head or write it on a sheet of paper, 168 hours. And I want you to write down approximately how many hours per week do you sleep. And then write down approximately how many hours per week that you are working out or exercising or doing something healthy for yourself. If you don't do anything, then you won't put down that time. And then I want you to write down approximately how many hours per week do you eat. So to say you go to the cafeteria and you spend an hour at the cafeteria for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So that would be at least 3 hours a day times 7, which would be at least 21 hours a week that you spend eating. Then write down how much time you spend fun time. This would be playing video games, hanging out with friends, going to parties, spending time at hanging out wherever in the lounge area, anywhere that you're just having some fun time. Approximately how much do you spend time doing that a week? Now think about how much time you spend dating or courting someone. So how much time do you spend with your beau or a person that you enjoy spending time with? And then how many hours do you spend in classes? So an average class is an hour and 15 minutes. And if you're spending 2 times a day, depending on your schedule, that's 2 hours and 30 minutes a day in class. So if you have 5 days worth of classes, well, actually you have 4 days worth here, then you're spending approximately 10 hours a week in class. So think about how much time you're spending in class. Now, as you wrote all those down, add them up. See what you come up with. The average person has approximately 20 hours of time left that should be allotted for studying. Not that you're going to spend the whole time studying, but if you don't have 20 hours throughout your whole week, that would be at least 3 hours a day, if 2 to 3 hours a day, depending on the person. If you don't have that amount of time left, then maybe your priorities and your goals are mixed up. So goals versus priorities. What is the difference exactly? Goals are something that you want to achieve and reach, whether, like I said earlier, maybe you want to have a family, maybe you want to graduate, whatever it might be. And priorities are what are happening right now for you. Your priorities are what's going to reach your goals. So if your priority is to go to, let's say, that party every night or every other night, and it ends up interfering with you getting up in the morning or going to studies or even studying for a test, then it's going to interfere with your goals. If your goal is to graduate and get a certain grade point average, then that priority wouldn't be correct for your goal. So finding out what your priorities are so that you can reach those goals. And how does this fit together for me, or does it? Will that work for you? If your goal is to come here and party, then maybe that would work for you if the priority is what you're doing. If your goal is to graduate, then maybe you need to change your priorities. How can you manage both? You can have fun. You can still have fun time. You can still put that into your life. But it's just working on how to make your priorities meet your goals and still be able to have a fun time and manage what time you do have effectively. The big part of this is habits. Habits are a huge part that we have a hard time breaking, that when we develop poor habits, that maybe we get up late or we're used to sleeping in, and those habits become part of who we are. And you have to develop a routine that's going to best fit you for your classes and your needs and for your study time to make you successful here on campus. Does it have to be academics all the time? Absolutely not. You can still have fun. Your brain needs to have breaks. So breaks would include sleeping, social time, family time, relaxing. It's important to have those breaks in there. But again, it's about managing that time so that you're able to have those breaks, but also have the time to study and do the things that meet your goals and making good priorities. So what works for you? It depends on your goals again, your priorities, what your expectations are, for what experience that you want to have. Your self-management will not look like others. Tools that you can use to help you do self-management. You can use a planner. You can get those in the CATS building. Phone calendar. Supports, you can use tutors, mentors, you can journal, prioritize your time related to your goals. Positive social interactions, and reduce or eliminate drugs and alcohol from your life. Tips to be successful. Self-management takes practice. Sports take practice. School takes practice. You're not going to learn these things overnight. It's about setting these things in place and prioritizing them as an important part of meeting your goals. Change the way you think. It takes time for adjustment. Motivation is a big key in staying on task with time management. Support is there, but if you have to, you want to utilize it. You can come and get help, and it's there for you. The professors are there for you. The CATS team is there for you. Peru State College is happy to be there for you and help you manage your time better and being able to work with you and so that you can meet your goals and get to the priorities that you want to get to. No one is going to do the work for you when it comes down to it. No one's going to do your assignment for you. No one's going to make sure that you get to class. You are going to have to do that on your own. It's important that you learn self-management at a very young age so that you're able to do well also in the future for your employment. You have to practice, practice, and practice. Thank you, and I appreciate your time. I hope the information I gave you on time management, self-management, is able to give you the information to manage and move forward in your goals and priorities. Thank you, and have a good day.